GVL Narasimha Rao, are cases against members of parliament or people in constitutional positions, is it only restricted to Yogi Adityanath?
If the adage that there is without fire, without smoke there is no fire, then Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, our friend Lokesh, if Lokesh was the one who was speaking, he's then sentencing them to be guilty of all kinds of corrupt charges. I think in National Herald, in Young India, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi are out on bail. They have a charge sheet against them. So does he, by the same extent, by extending the same logic, is he now convicting them? Is he considering them as totally guilty? Let him clarify. One. Number two, a lot of charges that were trumpeted against Yogi ji, they were political charges, they were politically motivated charges. And by calling him a thug, Rahul Gandhi is only trying to appease a vote bank. I am making this strong allegation. Every time they indulge in anti-Hindu rhetoric, it is to consolidate a vote bank. Possibly in UP they want to appease minority vote bank, and therefore they are insulting not just the chief minister. He is an elected chief minister of Uttar Pradesh. You are insulting people of Uttar Pradesh, and you are insulting Hindus by insulting Bhagwa. Rahul Gandhi cannot.
Well, so let me get in Mr. Vivek Silas. Vivek Silas, you know, by calling a second-term chief minister a thug, are you actually insulting the mandate of the people?
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening to everyone. Actually, calling anyone a thug without any evidence is not right. Not at all. But I can say that not only in India, but in any politician in the entire world cannot be a saint, ma'am. If he is a politician, he cannot be a saint. If you have to find a saint, you have to go to the interior parts of Himalaya, at least not in the politics. Definitely not. And as far as Yogi ji is concerned, you know what? A man who, to win an election, who can say that Bajrang Bali was a Dalit, and the coalition of the Samajwadi Party and BJP was a Saap and Chachundar Gadbandhan, takes his own criminal cases back, says ki thok do, also says during the election ki garmi utar dunga. A man like that cannot be a saint. No way, ma'am. And this is what I am quoting, what actually Mr. Yogi
Ishkaran Bhandari. Ishkaran Bhandari.
He cannot be a holy man.
Respond to Mr. Silas.
Yeah, thank you. But firstly, I think it's extremely unfortunate that after a court dismisses charges, to say that there can be no smoke without fire, to cast aspersions on a judicial decision is extremely unfortunate. If you have a doubt with the decision, you can always go and appeal. But coming to the larger point, the only crime Yogi Adityanath is guilty of is cleaning Congress from Uttar Pradesh, making Rahul Gandhi lose his own seat. That unfortunately is something which they can't digest, or the Samajwadi can't digest, how in spite of all the propaganda they still could not come back to power, because the people are happy with the government. The people have spoken who is doing what. There should be no name calling in politics. The mandate of the people should be respected, but at least if you lose your seat, don't call it thuggery.
Well, clearly calling each other names, shoot and scoot, cannot be a gospel of politics in India. There has to be debate on issues. You have to make governments and chief ministers answerable and accountable for the decisions they take, not just to the public, but in the interim, even to the legislative assemblies or parliaments, as the case may be.